Today we'll be learning about the theory of evolution. How was Darwin's theory shaped by other scientists? Lamarck in 1744 to 1829 and Darwin to 1809 to 1882. It shows that Darwin built off the foundations that Lamarck made in his lifetime. Lamarck's theory of evolution. Inheritance of acquired characteristics. An organism will change during life in order to adapt to its environment. Those changes are passed on to its offspring. Change is made by what the organisms want or need. Body parts that are not used gradually disappear. Predetermined plans. Lamarck believed giraffes stretched their necks to reach food. Offspring and later generations inherited the long necks. Lamarck's theory of evolution. Recognize that all living things changed over time and have descended from other species. 2. Laws of use and disuse. Organs/structures would remain strong and functional, while those not used would disappear. This was later to be disproved and false. Next one is inheritance of desired traits. Traits acquired due to adaptations to the environment were passed on to offspring. This is also later disproved. August Weismann cut off the tails of mice and allowed the mice to mate. The offspring were born with tails. This proved Lamarck's theory, because they thought that the mice that had the tail cut off, it would pass on to the offspring. Darwin, considered the father of evolution. Charles Darwin traveled to the Galapagos Island, an uninhabited environment, where he studied evolution. Darwin believed organisms, even within species, are all different, and those which happen to have variations that help them survive in their environments. Those that survive have more offspring. Offsprings are born with their parents' helpful traits, and they reproduce, and that trait makes up more of the population. More on Darwin. Individuals that are not well adapted die off. Example, some giraffes had short necks, some had long necks. When lower food sources became scarce, giraffes with longer necks survived because they could get food. Example 2, elephants and trunk size/water. Natural selection. Individuals with favorable traits are able to survive and reproduce. Nature controls which traits are favorable. How they agreed. Both thought life had changed gradually over time. Living things change to be better suited. All organisms are related, and life evolved from fewer, simpler organisms to many more complex ones. Why we believe Darwin. Weismann's experiment. Other observation. People who exercise, run a lot, eat well, and generally healthy and fit do not have children who are inherently healthy and fit. The children have to work at it. Gene sets that are in a population determine the traits there are. Genes sets are determined by which individuals die and which survive. That's all for today about evolution.